Greeting everyone, myself Sudarshan Bam and my university ID is 2148338. So this is our Banana game application developed using Banana API. This application mainly focuses on four themes that are software design principles, interoperability, event-driven programming, and virtual identity. So without any further ado, let's start our demo. You can just directly sign up over here if you are new, or just directly log in if you are already registered. So I will directly log in. So once login, you will see the index page or the home page. You will see the profile page, or directly login with the difficulty level. You can select the difficulty level. So let's start with game. So you will get the timer for each, different timer for each level. Let's hear it. So if your answer is correct, your score will go on increasing. And if it's incorrect, the error message will show. Once the time is up, both the input field and the number will be disabled. And if you want to play again, you just have to click play again. Or that's it. That's it for our application. So let's talk about software design principle and how it's implemented in our code. So our application uses modular software architecture. Here is the breakdown. So for the front end part, we have used the React.js. So there are the directories here like components, assist, pages, utils, which helps us to manage the reusable parts, UI parts, route specifies views, and other custom logic. As the here navbar, this specifies UI responsibilities, uh, which show the high cohesion and for the backend part, we have used the Node.js. It follows the MVC pattern with controllers. For here you can see controllers for handling requests, models for defining MongoDB schemas, and routes for the REST API endpoints. And also we have middleware, here auth middleware, which is also uh, which is isolated for only authentication, which also show the high cohesion between the models. And there is low coupling between the front and back end interaction, as the change in back end logic do not directly impact our front end part. So the different approach could have used for this. For the OOP part, we have used the navigation.js, which handles the navigation logic, and user auth for the um, login logic. We could have used the different approaches here, like flex could have been used, or the Spring Boot could have used, which provided us with different packages, classes for the OOP. So let's talk about interoperability. Our application is a great example for interoperability, as it combines the perfect tool for related domains like web, integrated React for interactive display, and Express for backend part, and the MongoDB for database. Also, we have used third-party libraries like CIS. Mm, we have used CIS here. Here, front end part and the back end part, we have used both CIS to make HTTP request and JSON web tokens here. And in the back end part, I have used JSON web tokens for authentication to achieve the smooth and secure connection between front end and back end. And we have also used the internal API integration in the login here. We can see the internal API integration, and also for the game and the registration also here we have used the um, uh, internal API integration to initiate the game data. And we have also used the external API integration, which was the API for the game here, which was our external API, banana API. And like this, we have used the interoperability in our application. So now let's talk about the event-driven programming. So in our application, events are triggered both by user interaction and system activities. As you have seen here in our application, there are login and logout button. So they are directly triggered from here, login and registration page. We have used login and registration button here, and the routing events are triggered by navigation with React router. Here you can see React router, um, and the backend events occur due to API calls here, and the state change events. We have also used state and each pages here. Each page we have used use state, used effect. We have used hooks, and also there is timer events in our application here. Game, we have used the timer for each difficulty level, and they are triggered on each start game. And we have also used the backend interaction event like API responses for starting the game here, starting the game, and also in the backend part here, making a move. So like this, we have used our event-driven programming and error handling. Also try catch, we have used try catch, and we have used event-driven programming in almost every pages here, clicking buttons. So if routing, backend handling, like this we have used this. And let's talking about the virtual identity. So for the virtual identity, it is implemented through secure login mechanism. User specifies data storage in MongoDB. Like this is our MongoDB. Here user data is stored. And for the security, we have used the hashed password like this. So here in our application, um, we have used in backend part. So here is our application, auth middleware act as our virtual identity or the application which create the virtual identity upon registration for login. And I will show you in our application. As you can see, once login, there will be token and username in our session, and once you logged out from the application, and it will clear the both token and the username from the session, that is local storage. And like this, the application creates a virtual identity upon user registration or login. User logins and their credential are tested against the records that are in MongoDB. Then a successful JWT token is generated, which contains minimal user info ID, like here. So this token is a kind of virtual identity badge that is assigned and passed between the frontend and both frontend and backend to ensure every action happens as expected, like you can see. So like this, we have implemented all these four themes in our application, and all set. Thank you.